Hi guys, how are you doing? So this is Christelle again for my Inspirations podcast. That's episode 23 and thank you so much for joining me again if you are a returning viewer, and if you are new to the podcast, thank you so much for checking me out and I hope you'll like it. So just a few basics things before we get into knitting. So this is a podcast about knitting and yarn dyeing. I have an Etsy shop in which I sell my hand-dyed yarns and some knitting goodies by the talented Emma Ball. She's an illustrator living in England. Shop updates are usually at 5 p.m. Or just before that on Mondays, as at the same time at which the podcast is published on YouTube, is released. And you can find the notes of the episode just below the screen on YouTube. You just have to click on plus and you'll get all the information. So the best way to get in touch with me is to subscribe to the newsletter. It's really the best way to not miss anything going on at Tricot Stitch. And it's the best way to get in touch with me afterwards. You just have to hit reply on the newsletter. It comes directly in my inbox. Then you can also email me on Etsy if you have a request regarding the yarn. I will be happy to reply to you on Etsy. I will just ask that you do not send me direct messages on Instagram because I have no way of, following up on it. And so it's really not the best way to get in touch. But I'm pretty active on Instagram and it's great if you can follow me there as well. I'm, sharing lots of behind the scenes little peeks of what I do and how I prepare for the shop updates and so on and so forth. So if you are a returning viewer, you might have noticed something different in my surroundings. I'm done. I'm so happy I'm done. I've finally finished my slip extravaganza. It's been quite a ride, I won't lie. It was hard to stick to it toward the end. It was very long. The rows were very long and I felt like I wasn't making any progress at all, so it was all very frustrating, but I kept at it and here it is. In all its glory. I couldn't be happier. So I'm super happy about that project. I'm super happy to be done with it. You cannot imagine the feeling of freedom I felt once I was finished with it. I mean, all bound off, stitches all bound off, and the ends weaved in. I felt free. I was free to do whatever I wanted, to knit whatever I wanted. It was so good and so invigorating, and I started to go through all my papers, to sort everything, to organize everything, start afresh, start anew, like first day of the rest of my life kind of feeling. I'm super happy I'm done. That is a very big baby. I'm super proud of it. Super proud. I think I'm going to, parade when I go outside with it. We'll have it around my neck. I will just be the queen. No, that's such a wonderful feeling to be, done with such a big project. It would have... I think it kept me busy from the start of the mystery car until now, because I literally finished that on Friday night, and today is Sunday. I'm quite late in my planning because usually I record on Fridays, but today is Sunday, and I blocked it yesterday night, and I was like, I hope it's dry. When I woke up this morning, I was like, I hope it's dry, because it's huge. I had no other way to block it than to, you know, pin it to the carpet in the living room on my blocking mats, but it went just outside of the blocking mats because it has such a wingspan. It's very big, and yeah, I mean, it's heavy. Once it was wet, it was super heavy, and it felt very wet yesterday evening, so I had my doubts. I thought it wouldn't be dry for today's podcast, but let's hope it's dry. So maybe you want to see it up close. Okay, just let me grab it for you. Here he is. So you might remember that I knitted with a strand of mohair on certain sections, like this one. There is a strand of mohair in the diamonds for the green yarn. There is a strand of mohair, and on one of the final stripes as well, here with the black. And I mean, when you touch it like this, you can feel it. It's really, it has this, you know, like fluffy feel to it, and it's gorgeous. So I just have to, yeah. Do you see it fully? Yeah. Okay. No. Yes. Almost. I will just, you know, take some proper pictures this week, in the course of the week, to you know, have it captured in all its glory. It's beautiful. I'm so glad I'm done with it. I'm so happy. So I won't keep it on me because my bedroom, that's where I'm filming. I have my little podcast nook in my bedroom, but the heating is either on full blast or off. So because it's quite cold these days, it's on full blast, and so it's very hot in here. So I won't be able to keep it with me, but it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Okay. That feeling of having all the time in the world is really elating, because wow, I was able to do so much just in one day after I finished that big boy. So let me show you what I was just up to afterwards. You remember him? My little gnome friend? Yeah, he has a he has a friend. So this little guy is the pattern Not Gnoming by Sarah Schira, and I knitted it with one of my kits. It's Gnome of the Dunes. So this is Garden Gnomes, or Gnome of the Gardens, and this is Gnome of the Dune. And I like to knit one gnome with every one of my kits. I had 8. So this is gnome number 2, but I'd like to have the whole, you know, the whole collection of gnomes with all the kits. I have gnome, snow gnome, house gnome, wood gnome. Well, I had a bunch. So one gnome closer to my objective. That's cool. And the other work in progress I've been making some progress on is, you remember this little sock? That's Noël d'Antan by Elise Dupont Design. Elise d'Amour Design, sorry. Elise d'Amour Design. She's a Canadian designer. All her patterns are both in French and in English. And this is a very beautiful stranded colorwork pattern for a Christmas sock. And it's gorgeous, and I made huge progress on that during the week. Oh, well, this weekend basically. So there is a bit of stranded colorwork on the toe. Then you have our own variation of the short row heel using German short rows, and you see it's pretty cool because you don't have any holes in there. And then you have this lovely color work on the leg of the sock. It's mistletoe? Yeah, mistletoe color work. Well, I made a mistake because I'm knitting the larger size, and I should have added 2 stitches between two repeats of the stranded colorwork chart, but I didn't. So I have this huge gap here. But I was, I didn't want to frog and start again, because I'm not a very experienced. Why am I so? Hey, back on me, please. Oh no. Okay, what is wrong with him? It's new. Please. Okay. No. Yes. Okay. If you have any tips on how to be, dealing with this autofocus problem, don't hesitate to let me know, because I'm at my wit's end there. I don't know. I think I'm going to go on Skillshare and take a course on how to use a camera, because I feel like the dumbest when it comes to camera. I don't know why it's always focusing on the shawls behind me. Maybe it's a shawl lover, but it's always focusing on what's behind me and not on my face, and it's supposed to do the autofocus very fast when I'm putting something close to the camera, and it's not doing that at all. And you've seen sometimes it's even why it doesn't focus at all. So I don't know why it's doing this. If you have any clue, any advice, I'm all for the taking. Thank you. What else can I tell you about that? Oh yeah, I'm really enjoying knitting this with the BFL base. So that's 100% BFL in the chignon colorway, and I'm loving the quite alternative festive look. It's not exactly your regular Christmas colorways, but it's definitely festive and lovely. So I'm really happy about that. I'm at the point, I actually am close to having finished the second sock, because I just have a Latvian bread to knit, another bread. Here I'm at the point where I can start the second bread, and then it's the ribbing and it's basically done. So I think I'll cast on immediately for the second one to avoid second sock syndrome, which is can be quite severe in my case. I have a couple of alone socks. Yeah. What did I want to share with you? Oh yes, you might remember there is an ongoing monthly call in my group and on Instagram. It's called the FO Tricot Stitch FO Fanfare, or Fanfare, if it's right pronunciation in English. So the one for November is done, and there are 2 winners, so I just wanted to let you know the 2 winners. You might remember the prizes were these 2 beautiful skeins of baby yak and silk. That colorway is called Wonderland, and this one is called Balt. And you can play either by posting on Ravelry your project using Tricot Stitch, be it the pattern, the yarn, or both, for a double chance to win. And you can also play on Instagram with the hashtag Tricot Stitch FO Fanfare Nov 2020 for November, but it's going to be December, DEC 2020 for the December 2020 edition. And the winners are, so for Instagram, well, one thing I realized while randomly picking up winners is that if you play on Instagram and on Ravelry, it gives you a double entry as well. So if you have a whole Tricot Stitch project, pattern plus yarn, and you enter it on Ravelry and on Instagram, it's 4 times. You have 4 more chances to win. So cool. So on Instagram, the winner is Rossignol Déjanté. So she wins the skin of Wonderland. Congratulations. And on Ravelry, it's Crafty Coco 91. And she wins the same base in the bald colorway. Congratulations to both of you. Thank you very much for playing along, to all of you. So now everything is open to play in December. Same rules. You can enter a work in progress you entered for the November edition. Just make sure to add a couple of rows at least. I won't be, you know, chasing and polishing everything, but yeah, just a couple of rows. Just make a bit of progress, but you can definitely play along again with the same project. Okay, so and the price for this month, December FO Fanfare, is actually a kit for a little gnome, the garden gnome. So if you play, this is open internationally, so if you want to play, if you're not in France, it's completely open. And this is the price that you can win if you post your project on Ravelry and or on Instagram. And this is a kit to knit the little, you know, Never Not Gnoming pattern by Sarah Schira, or another gnome pattern, or anything you wish, really. I labeled them as kits to knit the gnomes, but you are completely free to knit whatever you fancy with it. Okay, so thank you again also for using the Tricot Stitch hashtag. It's super cool for me to just browse this hashtag. It's really satisfying, and it makes me so happy to see what you do with my yarns and my patterns. It's really, so thank you very much. I know I'm thanking you on every podcast episode for that, but it's because it means so much and it's so important. And it's really a huge boost for me to see that you are enjoying what I'm putting out there. So thank you so much. So I worked on something else. I've been preparing this end of year for a couple of months now, and I have a surprise. I prepared some kits for one of my Ellen Stewart's favorite patterns. So that's Curious Handmade on Ravelry, and it's the Land of Sweets pattern. So I'm going to show it to you in case you do not know this pattern. So it's one of her patterns that I've been wanting to knit like forever. Was published in 2017, I think, in the first iteration of Knitvent. So that's this pattern, and the original pattern is using 24 colors, and it's designed to enable you to use the minis you get in the advent calendars. So what I did is that I dyed a bunch of minis, and I prepared some kits for you guys. So obviously I'm not offering kits of 24 skins of minis. That would be crazy. And what struck me is that you need approximately 8 grams of each 24 colors. So what I did is I put together some kits with 12 different colors, which would enable you to, you know, make much more efficient use of your yarn with less leftovers. So, and Land of Sweets, it's part of the Nutcracker opera. Is it an opera? I'm not sure, by Tchaikovsky. You know, it first was presented in St. Petersburg in 1892. But what I didn't know is that it was based on a novel by Alexandre Dumas, and that was completely news to me. which is I'm not very cultured maybe, but I didn't know that. Although Alexandre Dumas is French. Shame on me. Okay, so I didn't know. So my plans for the, you know, not for the Advent because I'm crazy busy at this time of year, but I'm going to take a short break between Christmas and the New Year, and I'm planning to knit that caul with one of the kits I've put together. I've kept one for myself, and I'm going to knit that during the 12 days of Christmas period. I'm really planning to enjoy this, so that's why I put together some kits. I'm going to share them with you right now. Each name is taken from the Nutcracker opera. So the first one is the kit I'm going to use myself, and it's named Clara. And here it is. It's a, you know, it's really like a best of all the current Tricot Stitch colors. Oh yeah, guys, I forgot to tell you. Also available on my website. It's brand new. It's the all the colors you can, you know, pre-order for me. From me, I will put the link for you in the show notes. But it's online. I'm so happy about it. So if you go on the list of all the colors, you will get all those names if you wish to know which is which. But I can very quickly tell you that this is Ivy Confetti, Chocolate Fudge, Fury, Chinon, Moondancer, Long Night, Antique, Shortbread, Nutmeg, Dreamiera, Gloria, and Sous-Bois. This is the first kit I put together, and I'm going to show you all the kits. I think I have 20 total kits. Most of them have 12 colors. Some have less than 12 colors for those of you who wish to have a more coherent color scheme. This one, for example, I think has only 9 colors. And this one is called Le Roi des Souris, the King of Mice. So you have Lone Peak, Centaur, Jean Fetiche, Champagne Rosé, Darker Things, Silver Lining, Gloria, Shortbread. And that's, I think, Obscuro here. Okay. This one is called Tarantel, and there's a lot of colors in there. You have some blues, some very dark colors, so that's Chinon, Holo, Molten Gold, Sous-Bois, Santa, that's Silver Lining, Obscuro, Jean Fetiche, Champagne Rosé, Gloria, Antique, and Shortbread. That's a 12 color kit. That one. This is Le Prince Orgeat, but I don't know the name in English. That's Le Prince Orgeat. It's quite close to Clara. I think the difference is that you have more blues. Oh no, more greens, because you have Mon Beau Sapin, you have Sous-Bois, Ivy Confetti. Yes, I think that's more green. Okay, Le Prince Orgeat. That's La Fédragée. I don't know the name. Fairy something. I don't know for dragée. If you know Nutcracker, the Nutcracker, you might know the names. Okay, and there it's a lot of mauves, pink, browns, with a contrasting molten gold. Yeah, pretty lovely. I love this one as well. Whether it was a tough call. I didn't know if I would use Clara or this one. I decided to go with Clara. This one is a 6 color, very fall inspired. So it's called Dance des Mirlitons. And you have Chinon, Gloria, Molten Gold, Sous-Bois, Long Night, and Nutmeg. 6 colors. 12 mini skins, but 6 colors. This one 12th color, this one, called Nutcracker, Casse-Noisette. Nutcracker. So that's Jean Fétiche, Obscuro, Molten Gold, Chinon, Champagne Rosé, Snow Owl, Silver Lining, Sangria, Halo, Antique, Dreamy Aura. The fall edition. It's a colorway that is very, very different during the fall. I think it's not very conscious on my part, but when I first dyed this colorway, it was in spring, and then in summer it was much more light and with a lot of white. And since I've been dyeing it in the fall, since I came back from vacation, it's much more moody with less white. I think I'm more heavy on the speckles, and it's still beautiful, but it's almost not the same colorway. Seasonal. Two more. That one is a 6th color as well. It's called Confiture Hambourg, and I love that name. It's French, and it's a, it's confiture, which is jam, and bourg, which is city. So that's the jam city, or city of jam. It's lovely. Confiture Hambourg. Okay. So that's Chinon, Sous-Bois, Halo, Champagne Rosé, Gloria, and Senta. It's very festive. And the last one is La Danse de la Merigonia. Could not translate that if my life depended on it. Okay, so if you look at Casse-Noisette on Wikipedia or the Nutcracker, the name of the different dances in the ballet, I think it's not an opera, it's a ballet. And here you go for La Danse de la Merigonia. So it's Sous-Bois, that's Chinon, Sangria, Lone Peak, Gloria, that's Long Night, yes, and it's a 6th color. So 12 colors. I have several of each kit, and less than 12 colors, 9 and 6 colors kits, it's only one. So, but that's not all. I also prepared some markers for you, coordinated with the theme of the Nutcracker and the Land of Sweets. So the first I want to share with you are those ones. It's so cute. So those will be sold individually. So that's little gummy bears and little, I don't know, sweets, berlingot. So some of the gummy bears are, you cannot see through them and are more pastel, and then you have some transparent one with a little bit of sparkle here. So those will be sold individually if you want to add a little, coordinated stitch marker to your Land of Sweets project. And also what I prepared, and this is so much fun. I have in the shop those little broches, to either to put on your Notion pouch to have your stitch markers handy, or it could also enable you to, when you want to wear your caul really close to your throat, you can just pin it in place with a broche. So it's a pin, I think the name in English, and it's also Land of, it's still the theme of the Land of Sweets. So you have a little sweet here, the gummy bear. This is a lollipop, le berlingot, and the candy cane. And I have several one of those, and each one is the same. It's just the color of the gummy bear that changes. So here it's a blue one. If you want, to coordinate it with your kit. You have some pink. I have, I think, like 15 different colors or 13 different colors of gummy bears. here you have the one with, you know, cola flavored. My favorite flavor of sweets is cola. Here you have this one. I'm sorry, I got tangled. Yeah. So that's the pin with 5 little holes. I have another design. There is still 5 different little thingy here. You have the Gummy Bear, Berlingot, but all 3 little metal markers are affixed to the same ring here with only 1 lobster claw, and but you still got the sweet, the candy cane, and the lollipop. The design is a bit different. Still lovely. I don't know which one I like best. I think this one is more decorative and would look very nice on the coal itself. The other one is also very lovely, but maybe more practical. The design is less, is more simple, I think. So I was super happy to prepare all that. You know, if you remember, I had some kits for the gnomes a couple of episodes ago, but all those projects I prepared. Sorry about that, my hair. I prepared for all those projects like in October, back in October, so I'm very happy to finally be able to share them with you. Also, I have some new yarn in the shop, so I want to share with you the yarn that is in the shop today. So that's basically overflow skeins from all the pre-orders and the gnomes kit, and some exhaustion colorway as well. So I have a beautiful kit for a love knot, or a, you know, an accessory like the Oslo Hat by Petite Knit. So that's a kit of 1 skein of silver lining in extra thin fingering and 1 skein of silver lining in Mohair silk. It's a pale grey. I have 2 skeins of extra thin decay on the chignon colorway. I have 2 skeins of nutmeg. So it's a beautiful caramel color, but with pink, warm pink or orange undertones. I really love that colorway. It's so warm, like, you know, like honey. I have a beautiful exhaustion colorway that has no name yet. You can find it in the curiosity section of the shop. It's an extra thin fingering, and there are 3 skeins of this beautiful, very pale rosewood. Yeah. It's between grey and very pale mauve, I think, the color. It's gorgeous. I have another exhaustion colorway, but which I heavily speckled. I had a lot of fun with that, and it's going to be listed in the kits as well, because you have 2 Mohair silk and 2 extra thin fingering for that one. So I just want to show you the speckle goodness on those. I think it's really gorgeous. It's kind of dark here. I think I forgot to turn on the light. Better, right? Yeah, I think maybe it's going to rain, or it's only 4 o'clock, but yeah, you know, we're almost at the shortest day of the year, but usually doesn't, yeah, it's not nighttime until 5:30 or something like that, or at least 5, not 4. Okay, so those will be in the kits section as well. Okay, and then I have this beautiful champagne rosé, which is a bit heavy on the pink for champagne rosé, which is usually a bit lighter. Please focus. Doesn't want to focus. Okay, so that champagne rosé, yes, is a bit more pink than my usual champagne rosé, but still lovely. And last, I have a sweater quantity 5 skein of beautiful chocolate fudge. It's one of my favorite colorways ever. I love that colorway. So warm, so saturated with the speckles. Love it. Okay, so here you go for the Yarn Ninja shop this week. Oh, you know what I'm working on right now? I've just dug it up from my very big pile of work in progress. But it's the perfect, mindless knitting right now. And I would like it to, for myself as a Christmas present from me to me. It's my love note in my Modu colorway. I'm using 2 bases. It's Suri et Soie and Merkid. It's a mix of Merino Superwash and Mohair. But it's not the same spinning method, and the mohair really looks like silk when it's not the... Oh my gosh. Okay, can you focus on me, please? Okay, thank you. It's not your typical, mohair fluffy goodness. It's really beautiful, and it's shiny like silk, really. When it's spun or worsted in the worsted way. Well, it's gorgeous. So I dug this up from my very big pile of work in progress, and I'm, happily plowing along. And hopefully I'm just in the sea of jersey on the body, and hopefully I will be done by Christmas, because, I'm free from my slipstravaganza. I can do whatever I want. I'm so free. Okay, guys, what did I want to tell you again? Okay, yeah, I wanted to talk to you a bit about the calendar, because, let's get real about Christmas. So today's shop update, today's for you guys is Monday the 7th. There will be 2 other shop updates between today and Christmas, one on the 14th and one on the 21st. The one on the 14th, I think most of the shop update on the 14th is going to reach you before Christmas. Let me rephrase that, because you are most certainly ordering from the international. It might take a longer time, I'm afraid. I could not be sure, unless you wish to pick another delivery option. I'm always open, just DM me on Etsy. But yeah, shop update on the 14th. What you can expect on the 14th is some more Emma Ball. If everything goes according to plan, I should receive a restock of Emma Ball during this week. And you can also, I will be proposing next Monday kits for the new Stephen West knit along, which is the Heber knit along. Heber knit along? Yes, I think that's the name. Okay, it starts on the 26th, so I will be offering kits on Monday. So last shop update before Christmas will be on the 21st of December, and then I will be off. I will, of course, ship everything from the shop update on the 21st. Everything will be shipped out before Christmas. And then I will be off. And the next shop update will be on January the 4th. I will take a week off. Okay, and I think that's it. We've covered everything. Yes, we have. Okay. So I hope you like the kits for the Land of Sweets. I'm really happy to be offering those. I've been wanting to, you know, knit this pattern for ages now, so I'm super happy to plan on that for the 12 days of Christmas period, because I'm going to knit that between Christmas and the 5th of January. I plan on using 1 mini per day, and so I should be done with the entire call by the Epiphany, which is super cool. Also on my plan for the 12 days of Christmas period is, I'm super happy because I think a very long time ago I subscribed to the waiting list for the Inglenook 12 days of Christmas spin along. And this year I was super lucky to be able to purchase and take part in the 12 days of Christmas spin along, and I'm so happy. So I received my kit. I cannot show it to you because, you know, it's all boxed up in little envelopes to be opened from between Christmas and the 5th of January. So there's no point in showing you the little brown envelopes, but be assured I will I will post heavily about that. I'm super happy. I think from what I can take from previous years, the participants usually spin the little fluffy things on absolutely gorgeous spindles, hand spindles, either supported or what is the other term? Russian spindles? Well, I don't remember. Anyway, it's on spindles. I am not planning to spin on spindles. I think I will be spinning those on my wheel because I enjoy it much more than spindle spinning. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm super happy to be able to take part in this. I've been admiring this spin along for years now, mainly on Instagram. So yeah, I'm super happy to have. I can't wait to open the first ones. I mean, I think the theme for this year is comfort and joy, and the color theme is, there is a lot of burgundy, greens, greys. It's lovely. It's really lovely. So, yeah, surprise! So thank you so much for watching me until the end. Do not hesitate to let me know if you have any creative plans during this festive period. Are you enjoying an advent calendar or anything, or are you planning to do something for the 12 days of Christmas period? Or simply, are you going to knit something between Christmas and New Year? Do not hesitate to share it with me in the comments, okay? So see you soon, guys. See you next week. Bye bye. Take care.